fourth graders. Today we're going to be doing 4-9. We are going to be doing some on the front and some on the back. I started out by, I wanted to just talk, I know we did PEMDAS in third grade a little bit, but I wanted to review it. And so I wrote this acronym down the side. It says PEMDAS. And it tells us when we have a problem that has lots of different things going on in it, like some of the ones below me here, that we have to do things in this order. I know that Mrs. Hagan always says we do parentheses first. You can see that that's number 1. Exponents is where you might have a number that looks like this. It has a little tiny 2 there, which means 5 times 5. So it's 5 squared. So we aren't seeing a ton of exponents in the ones below, so you can almost always skip that one. And then multiplication comes next, then division, then addition, and then subtraction. So when you're solving the problems in this section below, I want you to keep that in your head. If you could write PEMDAS and put down the things next to it, okay? And if you don't want to write the whole word like I did, you could say P and you could just put parentheses. E, you could just put a little tiny 2. Multiplication, you could put an X. Division, you could put this. Addition, put this. And subtraction, put that. If you don't want to write the whole word. But just I want you to remember PEMDAS because we're going to be using that acronym. All right, so you are solving the problems. And when you see the letter, that's what you're solving for. So in number 1, my answer is they're calling it T. It could be any letter, okay? Don't let that confuse you. That's just where you're going to put your answer. So if I look at number 1, I have a 5 times 7 plus 9. So if I look up at my PEMDAS, am I going to do the times or the addition first? I look up at my chart. I see times is before addition, so I'm going to do the times first, okay? So what is 5 times 7? I'm going to write that down here. 5 times 7 is 35. Now I can say plus 9 to get my final answer. 35 plus 9. Did you write it down before me? Is 44. Okay, so really T equals 44. That's your answer. T equals 44. Okay, just like that. So you can use your space. I didn't have a ton of space on top there, so T equals 44. Let's look at number 2. I see a times sign and I see a parentheses. So what do I want to do first? Parentheses. Okay, and I think because I'm going to write on top here because I have a little more. What is 1? I'm going to do I have times and I have plus. But the parentheses are here, so I'm going to go 1 plus 3 is 4. So I did my parentheses. Now I'm going to say, what is 9 times 4? What is 9 times 4? Okay. And then whatever you get, that's your answer. 9 times 4 is 36. So M equals 36. Okay, better tip. I didn't have a lot of room on the other one, but you should be writing this is your answer, just like we did over here, okay? Because we're solving for whatever letter is there. That time we were solving for M. All right, now let's look at number 3. I have a minus sign and a times sign. So look up at your chart. Okay, I see multiplication comes first. So I'm going to do that first. 2 times 2 is, draw a little V. 2 times 2 is 4. And then the 7 is still there. So then I say 7 minus 4 equals, you have to do the steps in the right order. 7 minus 4 is 3. So K equals 3. Okay. And if you have 2 parentheses like you do on number 4, doesn't matter which one you do first, okay? Sometimes I like to draw a little V under each of these. What is 7 times 2? 14. Your plus sign comes down. What is 4 times 9? Put it right here, and then equals, and then your W equals, okay? I want you to finish that one, okay? You're going to be adding those two up, okay? This is number 5 is exactly like number 4. Put your V's and keep your time sign in the middle, and your answer, and then R equals, okay? All right, and then I want you to do number 6 on your own. Just look at what's there and see what you need to do first. All right, we are down to some multi-step problems down here. So let's draw our lines across. All right, I'm going to say we are going to do, there we go. We can do 7, 9, and 10 for today, which gives you a little extra room there in case you need it. All right, let's read one of those together. Whitney and Georgia are at the snack bar, buying food for their family. Sandwiches cost $4 each. Salads cost $2 each. How much money will it cost them to buy 5 sandwiches and 7 salads? Okay, so we're going to break this down. You've got sandwiches and salads. They want 5 sandwiches. Okay, do you remember how much the sandwiches costed? Sandwiches were $4 each. So I'm going to put an S for sandwiches. I'm going to put sand because we got sandwiches and salads. So sandwiches, they had 5 of them times $4 each. Okay, figure that out. And then salads were $2 each, and they had 7 of them. Salads, 7 times $2 each. Figure that out. And then when you're done, you're going to have them all lined up to add to get your final answer for over here. Okay? All right, let's look at number 9. Pam has 9 bags of apples. That's Pam. Each bag contains 6 apples. 9 bags, 6 apples in each one. There are 3 bags of red apples and 1 bag of green apples. The rest of the bags contain yellow. How many more yellow apples are there than red apples? All right, a couple of different ways to do this one. Okay, I think the easiest way is to first figure out how many apples she has. She has 9 bags of apples, and there's 6 apples in each one. So she has 9 times 6 to figure out all of the apples that she has. Okay, figure that out. Okay, once you have that, you have to remember there are 3 bags of red and 1 bag of green. Okay, so let's do red and green. So if I know that there's 6 apples in a bag, remember that? Well, if there's 3 bags of red, it would be 3 bags times 6 in each bag to figure out the red apples. And then the green apples, she only had 1 bag. So 1 bag times 6 to get your green apples. Okay, I'm going to change that a little. The blue does not show up very good. All right, so we've got our red and our green, okay? And we haven't gotten to the yellow yet because we're going to first figure out our red and green, okay? And then my total, okay? So what is 9 times 6? 9 times 6 for my total apples. Did you get 54? Okay, and then my red apples was 3 times 6, which is 18, and 1 times 6, which is 6. So if there's 54 total apples, remember, right up here, and I know the red and I know the green, how do I figure out the yellow? Okay, so I'm going to add up my red and my green. This is a lot of steps, guys. 8 plus 6, 14. Okay, so that's my red and my green together. Okay, so now I can take my total apples, which was 54. Okay, lots of steps here, and subtract the red and the green. Okay, which is going to give me the yellow. This will be the yellow. Subtract to get your yellow apples. Okay, but then look at their final question. How many more yellow are there than red? So once you get this answer, okay, you need to 4 take away 4, 0, 5 take away 2, 3. So your question at the end was, how many more yellow are there than red? So look at your yellow. Okay, your yellow was 30 and your red was 18. So if I want to figure out how many more yellow there are than red, I'm going to subtract to figure out my final number. Lots of steps on that one, wasn't there? All right, so, and then more yellow could be your label there. All right, so I'm going to leave you with that bottom one to do on your own. Read it carefully, break down the steps. You can do it. When you are done, meet me on the back side just for me to explain what we're going to do on that side. All right, here we are on the back side, 4-9 remembering. This is our remembering side, so you should be okay on this. Just make sure that you are watching your sign. It looks like all you're subtracting on the top section right here. And then down below you have 2-digit times 2-digit. We are crossing out the bottom section. Okay, and that gives you a little more room to do your problems because you need to write them the up and down way. So for 23 times 88, okay, I'm going to cross off this middle one. That'll give you, you should be able to fit those 3 that are in there in the white space. So for 23 times 88, I can come up here because I've got a little room. Okay, oops, 23 times 88. Up and over, remember? Up and over, write your answer. Remember, you always end up with that 0 right here, and then adding up. I could write 71 times 49 right down here. I'm going to be looking for you showing your work. You also can use scratch paper. Okay, and then that last one, 15 times 38, can fit right down here. Okay. Another good place is when you have lines like this, guys. You can also do it on the lines if you'd rather. Okay. Another good spot to do it. Okay, so you've got those 6 problems on the back to do. All right, have an awesome day.